of the Child Foundation. Once again, I'm Okonji Christopher. I'm standing for this foundation. We are live at this time, and I'm excited. To be with my wife, Pastor Okonji. Um, we we are here, and I titled this "Life, My Land of Nativity." What No one, we can't deny the fact that we're Nigerians, due to the fact that Nigeria is the way we find it now. Nigeria was not like this yesterday, you agree with me? But people will have been wondering, why am I always talking about Nigeria all the time? Why? Because, like I said, it's my land of nativity. And if things are not going right with us as Nigerians right now, we are not putting aside our children. So why you always see me talk about the Nigerian problem is that my focus is the child. The name of this foundation is Save the Education Activity Foundation, and my focus, is the next generation of our children. If things are not going well with us in this country, then there's no hope for the next generation. That's why you always see me echo. I'm always heralding a new Nigeria of my dream. I believe there's a new Nigeria that's come, because why? This Nigeria already that we find ourselves is already messed up. So, like I said earlier, I'm happy and I'm privileged to be with my beloved wife. I've been going out. Let me say one thing before I ask her to talk. You see, things are happening. It's so bad. The country don't rot. We all know it. It's rotting. It's getting to a level where, since I was born, how will I put it now? And they will say 3 score and I've never seen where they say, fuel is increased every day. I just talked about one problem right now. Fuel is increased every day in this country, and Nigerians are we can agree with every other, because it has not happened, so we can say it's every day. And Nigerians are going with it, like somebody will say they are suffering and they are smiling. The people are suffering and they are smiling. I heard somebody the other time say, well, what can we do? Which means Nigeria can no longer do anything again. They are suffering and smiling. That's what Fela said in his song. He said the people are suffering and at the same time they are smiling. But I'm telling you, not talking is not good. Because why? When you talk, it has a way of easing your mind, your stress. I've seen, see, one of the diseases that kill people these days is high blood pressure. And people don't know why. The reason why high blood pressure kill people. You see, the Bible said, in this end time, many people, their heart will fail them. Some people are already, their heart are failing them. And you don't know why their heart is failing them, because why? They don't have a means of knowing what is killing them. So it is said that when we see something, we should say something. So, but when we see something and we keep quiet, we are dying silently. That's what they call suffering and smiling. I'm not here to discuss anybody here. I'm here to discuss our common problem that we are having. Because as we talk about, somebody said, even if we talk about the problem, it will help a great deal. That's what people don't really understand. Talking is not cheap. Remember, God, the creator of the heavens of this earth, created the earth with words. When God saw the earth, he saw that the earth was without form and void. And what did he say? He said, let there be light. So talking is not cheap. I want to let you know, talking is not cheap. So when we talk, it has a way of also, bringing situations and circumstances that will help us, to find solution to the problems that we have ourselves in our country right now as the people called Nigerians. Because if we don't talk about the problem, I'm telling you, we're not finding solutions about it. So it's good. Talking is not cheap. Talking is a building block. That's why I called my wife today as a Nigerian, and Nigeria is our land of nativity. I would quite want to ask her, what will you tell us about the Nigeria of today? What can you compare the Nigeria of today and the Nigeria of yesterday? You know what I'm saying when I say Nigeria of today and the Nigeria of yesterday?
One truth still remains that, as Nigerians, as people of God, I'm first of all talking about um, being in Nigeria. I talk about being a child of God. Wherever we are stationed, is God that has, in His wisdom, blessed us to be from that part of the world. So I thank God always for a be born in Nigeria, but I am a child of God. So I don't narrow my life and success or what I should attain by the um, factor happening or things happening in the world. We find ourselves in a place called the country Nigeria. So I want to be like um, on a neutral. I want to say I thank God for my word. No man can cheat God. Yeah, Nigeria as a state, Nigeria as a nation, Nigeria as a part of the world, that God is the owner of the world, because the Bible tells me in Psalm 24 that the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. It's people that sanction it and section it and call them names. Nigeria, God calls it the world. The world was messed up, like the first world that was created, that was messed up by the fallen angels and that the people that disobeyed God, Lucifer and co.
Yeah.
But when he deemed it fit for God to come down, he came down and saw that this is not the world that I actually created, and he began to put everything in order.
Yeah.
So I do not care the evil that men tend to be doing to mess up God's, you know, what God owns, the world,
Yeah.
Nigeria inclusive. When God is ready, I was preaching as a young minister many years ago. God will step down and make the world what he wants, and he will remove all form of rubbish and rubbish people that seems as though they are gliding in the fact that they've messed it up. The country, of course, is not sweet now, but like Pastor, my husband, will always herald, I look forward to a better
Nigeria.
a new Nigeria. And that is the one that God will step in and put in order as he stepped in and put the first, the earth. He said in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And then the earth became what is called, and it was without form and void. So it was contrary, there was a contradiction from the good that God made.
Yes.
So I don't know, well, the world we find ourselves, there's contradiction, that's all I can say. There's contradiction in Nigeria, but I don't allow it get at me. All I know is that God, who will not allow us to be swallowed on earth, will certainly make a way for this nation to be revived back. And so I want to charge people. I don't even know the question they asked me. Do not be dismayed. I always shout, problems don't kill people. People in the problem decide to use the excuse of the problem and kill themselves. If you do not go to take poison to die, you cannot die. All right? But if you have all the needs all over and you go to meet, you pray about it and you go out, God will definitely send you someone. If you go today, you don't get it, I want to give you a testimony. That's happened to us separately. You go today, you didn't get it. You go tomorrow, someone else. You might not get it here, but you might get it. Say it is well with Nigeria. Nigeria is going through a process.
Good. Now you're talking. Sorry, you just answered the question broadly, but I put it in a narrow world. Your land of the nativity. If somebody is watching us in America, somebody is watching us in India, somebody is watching us in Canada, what is the present state of Nigeria? How is life going on economically, financially, everywhere? What can you, as a Nigerian, that's as it's a land of nativity, it's just like you trying to express yourself. How is life treating us here in Nigeria? Some don't know it. They only read what they hear in the papers.
Well, if you want me to say that, I want to tell God is faithful.
Yeah.
Our provider and supplier, our supplies is from God. If you look at Nigeria the way it is right now, if you say that your salary will foot your bills, I want to say it's a no. It's a lie, People are relieving, employers are relieving people they've employed of their job, because even them cannot cope up in paying people. People are hungry, things are going more, oh my God, things are expensive, life is hard, truly. Here in Nigeria, if you keep saying it's well, that you are narrow-minded, that is only you. It can be well with you. But to the general, generalizing it like he was trying to say, is kind of difficult. You can imagine every day you go to the market, as if it's drama, always says when I
Yes,
come back.
yes.
What you bought for a particular amount have tripled the price.
Yes,
And you begin to wonder, what is it? The world has never been like this. So I
yes.
see it as pure wickedness. So Nigerians are in pains, and we need all the help from whoever that God will be nudging and will be agreeing to be helpers. And
Yes.
we have a dream of God give us opportunity
Yeah.
to float our NGO, whereby we can get help from wherever people that God have touched their hearts. So through us we can empower people,
Yeah.
especially because our interest is that the education and health of the less privileged child is attended to. And if their parents, I always say, are not well catered for, how will they be able to? So we want to empower parents. We want our people to pick up our NGO, Self Education and Health Child Foundation, and empower us financially. Let me just be very raw, so we can aid, empower
Yeah. Okay.
other people.
That's
God
good.
bless you.
Oh, so,
Thank you.
sorry, I just want to take it from. Let me first of all, before I go on, I want to acknowledge the presence of Hard Talk Zone on this channel right now. I acknowledge your, I mean,
And
staying
there's
with us.
someone watching us. Thank
Somebody,
you.
somebody watching
We
us.
can't hear
Please,
you.
I want to encourage you. Please, you will not regret every minute, every second, every
It's
hour
been.
you'll be spending with us.
Thank you.
I'm telling you, because why you'll be getting, I mean, a
Value for your
value for your
time,
time.
and God
Because
will
what we are
reward
trying
you.
to say here is not just one man thing, it concerns we all. What I mean, it affects we all that finds ourselves in a place called Nigeria right now, and even those in diaspora. Even if you are in diaspora, you feel that you are cut off from this situation, right? It's a lie. I used to tell people, even when you travel out of this country, you say you are traveling out to leave the country. And right now we don't have a country called Nigeria because it's messed up, like you said. It's messed up. What we have for our children, our children are not going to come back to a place called a home because right now the country has been taken over. So what I want to ask right now is that
Thumb
the,
up to this channel.
yeah,
Thank
the
you.
question I always ask, please, as you are watching, please make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, make sure you also
Share
you
it all.
share it, because as you do that, you are carrying this, not just this channel, to the whole world. The whole world is glued to what we are saying right now. The question I want to ask right now is this: Mommy, you have just enumerated the situation we find ourselves, what the people are going through. I'm going to ask one other questions around right now. How price? There's no price control in the country because the government is not interested whether the prices are controlled. Your government is not even interested in you. Like I used to tell people, if the government is not interested in you, we people should be interested in ourselves. So in all this that's happening right now, mommy, what will you, my love, what will you, I mean, say? Or will you say is this is, what is the cause of the problem that is making the things in Nigeria? I mean, the governance is not going well, and people are suffering. If you see, like, look at price control now, because there's no price control. If it's another shop, it's getting for 2005. So in all this,
The only
sorry, in all this we are saying right now, what will we say, or who will we say is the cause of the problem in Nigeria?
governance is leadership.
Yes.
Leadership is not too very okay, and the people don't care, because if there is a problem, actually the people should care about how do all they can just to bring about solution.
Yes.
But the people don't really care. That's the way. That's what we are just saying. And then if they are not wise, like in advanced country, there are
Yes.
people that are not even around the government, but they are the
Yes,
brains
the brains. That's
that
true.
the government use. They seek this intelligent individuals, and they prefer solution,
Yeah.
and people are working. So, but I feel that our governing bodies do not have intelligence working with them, telling them, or they are not listening, or they don't. When your brain is fagged with so many things, you're old, you can't reason, you can't run. How do you give the best to the nation? It's not important. So I want to believe that no price control. That should be people, stationed in various parts of the countries.
That's right.
There's people stationed everywhere in the way Nigeria is structured into states,
Yeah.
states local governments, all those local government areas, and then of course
Yeah.
people should be stationed in and see to it, like you talked about, no price control. Everybody go to market, of course, you buy something for certain amount in one place, then go to another place, you buy something for another certain amount. So doesn't make sense. So there's no control body, and that's I'm not here to see a lot of flops about Nigeria, but everything is all flop. That's the truth. Someone called us this morning from Canada, and she was saying that, wow. I said, why not? My husband and I were talking. I said, of course, people have to leave because it's become so tough.
Yeah.
It's become so tough. And he said, when you now go there, it's easier to go via school. You see them out there, they'll now begin to, you know, take to leaving the studies, applying for either asylum or something.
Yeah.
And then some will begin to work, instead of going to school because they have, maybe they would have borrowed money somewhere to come, they need to pay back,
Yeah.
a lot of many other things. So many things is right. What over you see Nigerians? One time I was in Kenya, and then truly, that's all the truth. The Nigerians there, wow. In fact, Kenyans will tell you it's like Nigeria. So people will want to run out of the country, except by the mercies of God.
That's true.
So people will want to run out of the country, except by the mercies of God.
That's true.
If things are not done in order and put in proper perspective. So I want to beg us, those that are in leadership, you are fathers, you are mothers, you have sense, you have grown over time. Elders, more than the younger ones, please come closer. Do know.
Yeah.
Please do not disappoint the children that are coming. For posterity's sake, do
That's
not
true.
disappoint nations of the world. Please do the right thing, and may God be glad. Make heaven happy.
Yeah.
When they look at this, you see that of a truth, you are a yielded vessel for the change.
Yeah, thank you very much. Before I go on, I still want to thank everyone that is just joining us. I'm telling you, you are welcome. You are in this channel, Save the Education and Healthy Child Foundation. I thank you for your being there. Your being there is that you are supportive of what we are doing here, and you are telling us to go on. Mommy, you just talked about the government, because but from what I've seen, because you're just narrowing on the government, but I looked at it from all the while I've been studying this situation of the Nigerian. I've seen is a tripartite problem. What do I mean, a tripartite? I now see it's not just only the government that needs to be, blamed in this. Like I just made a mention of, even we Nigerians are not helping situation. Imagine when there's a first, let me give an example. Now, I talked about before of the issue of price control. If the price are not controlled, by the government, we as citizens of the country should also try to see how we can stabilize and help ourselves. But what am I trying to say? If people take advantage of the messed up situation, and I want you to understand that government, like you said, government is not your friend, because the government that we have in place right now, they are more interested in themselves. They call it self-aggrandizement. The government that we have in place right now, they are thinking of what they can amass for themselves. So I won't say we have leaders in place, because leadership should be an example. Without rulers in place. So I'm not just looking, you talked about specifically, you are looking at the government, but if we look at it, don't you think if we look inwards, we as Nigerians also, we have a problem. What am I trying to say? A problem of accepting ourselves as one. Because if you are looking at it right now, if we ask anybody who say what's the problem in Nigeria, when they say government, the next person will say is an Igbo man. An Igbo man is the one spoiling this country. An Igbo man and Hausa man is the one. What I'm trying to say in essence is that you talked about is government is a major problem. Did you understand the question? You understand the question?
I do understand. Actually, I don't want to cut it short so that we don't go around everyone, The truth of the matter is that I don't like it personally when people generalize. Give it. I always want to look at it two-sided. It's not everyone in government input that has bad intention for the
nation.
That's the truth. True. But some people come into government and they are influenced negatively.
Yeah.
That's the truth. So, and they can't do anything. or else they kill you or they mess you up or get you out of there. Some are there and but they are crying because what they desire to go and get there, they are not
It's not what they're
getting it
saying.
because the situation is not favorable
Yeah.
for them. Another thing we ought to also consider, the you talked about we being the problem. Myself, am I really the problem? I will always say it, I'm not the problem of Nigeria. A lot of individuals are not the problem of Nigeria. The corruption that we have and we face,
Yeah.
in quotes, has been before the independence of Nigeria.
Yeah.
And many of us were born after and during the colonial masters time
Good. Good.
regime.
Good.
And
Good.
then so many people, like these young children, we have our children that are just born yesterday.
Yeah.
We have those that were born in the 70s, 80s, 90s. They came and saw the world like this. So
Yeah.
how do you start blaming them? Everybody, Nigeria is survival of the fittest. Them that they are the problem. Nigerians and how are they the problem when there are certain ones in leadership that give the rules? Have you ever seen any individual giving rules? There's no individual that gives the rules that govern that tells the world what to work. Let us be very sincere and frank when we talk on these issues. So a lot of people are hungry. How did they affect? What did they do? They're looking for a place to sleep. The government cannot provide for them a place to sleep. People in leadership cannot provide for them a place to sleep. A lot of the individuals are not the problem. Actually, the problem is the government. Whether we like it or yes, why? If some, not all, like I said,
Good.
they should make provision. If the government cries out and honor the work of NGOs,
Yes.
and talk to foreign bodies, please to help us, we monitor the activity and not collect. We have situation in Nigeria whereby individuals have gotten money from as foreign aids
Yes.
to the nation, and
Yeah.
the government come and sit on it and hijack it. What do you say about it? So there are a lot of, if the government, they know the money that comes, because any money that comes into Nigeria, central banks are aware of the money that has to go through those processes. What is this money meant for? Of course, the NGOs have to be paid, people have to be paid. When the donor sees that the people are using their money very well, they are willing to give. Of course, you cannot work and not being paid.
That's true.
But the government will carry legislation, they want to share among themselves.
Okay,
they will not allow the NGOs to function.
Good.
The government want to try to do the work of NGOs by collecting money and putting there. So things are not in order, because when the head is sick, the whole body is sick.
Good. Mom, you have just said it all. They say when the fish rotten, it starts from the head. So if the leadership is rotten, it's also affecting the whole nation right now. And if it is corruption in leadership, it's creeping gradually from the head to every facet. It has creeped completely. Now, right now, and where we find ourselves right now.
Thank you for coming.
I might not but
thank you
for giving us a thumb up.
Konji Helen,
thank you, Helen. Please, as you come, make sure you subscribe, you like, you comment, and you share. That's what will keep this work in this place going on. Right. So, Mami, you made a statement. I like this. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. I can't force anything into you. Some people will come and tell you, okay, this is this, that. You solely believe. Yes, like it said, when the fish wants to get rotten, it starts from the head. Actually, that's the truth. But let's look at it again. You mentioned something when you were saying one thing. We were not there. Most of our children are not there when the country became independent. I'm going to ask the question.
Pre-independence.
Yeah, pre-independent period. Let's go back to the colonial days. You see, the colonial masters came with a religion. And so they came with Christianity, sorry for me to say so. And they came with religion, and they came under the guise of religion. The guise of religion. What do I mean by guise of religion? They came to bring Christianity to us, but the manner and the way they brought it is not the way it should be. That's why we say they came with.
Let me ask you: have you rejected Christianity?
No, but I'm coming. Just allow me ask the question first. I'm going. Let me land before you.
Yeah.
I'm asking the
so that we can put it in order.
That's what I mean. Let me land there. You take it. What I'm trying to say is that they came with the guise of giving us Christianity, but the way and manner they brought it did not help us. What am I trying to say? When they came and divide and rule us, and they make us to hate our brothers, because they make us to sell our brothers for salt. You know, that after that they've done that, they scattered, divide, and rule us. We're no longer a people again. You get what I'm trying to say? So when they brought Christian, I'm not fighting Christian, I'm a Christian. But what I'm trying to say here is that the colonial masters also are part of one of the people that destroyed this country, Nigeria. I'm looking at post-colonial eras. Because when they came to bring Christianity, They came with the guise of religion. What is religion? Religion is having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof. When they were coming, their intention, they came with Christianity, which is good, but they came with another mindset. That mindset is that let's divide these African countries and rule among ourselves. And it has, like I said, it has affected us, the people, because we're selling our brothers. That was where the first of all the division came in. I don't know why we have something to say in respect of that, because when I was telling you that we all have a part to play in what is happening right now, you debunk it. I agree with you, but let's look at it from this aspect that I said. Colonialism has not done us well. Can you talk a little bit on that aspect? When they came and divided and ruled
God
us.
has a way of working.
Yeah,
God knew there is a black Africa,
yeah,
a black people called
mm,
Africans,
mm,
as the word from the English people.
yeah,
God also knew you can't truly you can't overrule
yeah,
his ways and judgments. God knew that this will come. The colonial masters, the white people, they will come. But just like it's normal,
mm,
someone might be sent. So I don't like it when they always say they came with religion or Christianity cheated us. I don't believe in it. Someone could be sent, even it's happening in churches in Nigeria today
yeah,
and in lots of places. Someone is called, is genuinely called,
mm,
but along the line, flesh could enter
yeah,
among the people that are working with them,
mm,
that does not mean the assignment should die. But those that want to be saved and see light can also, you know, take themselves off the darkness that have now set in. So the colonial masters came and did their best. There are good ones among them. They did the best they feel they could do.
mm,
That just they didn't know it all. The whites of today know better than, in quotes, are more intelligent. Is more advanced word. They have every machinery is working. They are more they have built better buildings, better way of increasing finances than yesterday. Those white people came in the time past. They collected what we had,
yeah, yeah.
and then
That's it.
also wait because they had to also make money.
Mm,
But now you don't. When you want to bring it to Christianity
yeah,
that we practice, don't go there. The colonial masters came just like your government. Most of them, I said earlier, they came with good intention,
mm,
but there was corrupt seeds that corrupt them because they yielded. So some of them could have gotten it wrong. The people that brought the Western education, which are trying to say,
yeah,
and other things, clothing and everything, they still stuck on it and they were doing the right thing. The bad ones were the ones that say sell the people.
mm,
There will always be the bad ones. The bad ones will always be there. Even when Jesus Christ was on earth doing his ministry, among his disciples, they were the bad ones. The bad Judas Iscariot. So there will always be the bad one. Do you understand? That will mess up things and make it look as if they had bad intention. Even today among the whites, there are still a bad one, there are still a good one. So we cannot generalize wrong. They if they were doing it wrong, actually in completely in quotes,
yeah.
then you should have find a way of trying to fight to gain back. Yeah, I mean, you said okay, they had guns and
Yeah, of
whatever.
course, that they had the
Wait,
supremacy.
but I want to still say that
Mm,
whenever you have the freedom to express yourself,
mm,
you should express yourself.
mm-hmm,
They didn't kill the whole of Africa.
yeah,
You
mm,
understand? Africa also benefited from them because they refined me. The English I can speak, I can read and write.
mm-hmm,
It was because they also gave you something.
mm,
The people that did this, they are dead and far gone.
mm,
I will sit down. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for reminding me.
yeah,
Any man, and
yeah,
I want to charge every Nigerian,
yes, that's right.
and you, an advocate, and every advocate
Mm,
that keeps sitting down and keeps saying the colonial masters did also, you're not ready to move forward. You will never move forward.
mm,
So the best thing for us to do is forget about yesterday and what the colonial masters did that we didn't like. Forget about it and get ourselves together and try to find a way of helping ourselves. Now, a lot of Nigerians' intelligence mind are running out of the country,
yeah,
and every day they grace them, they love them, the work they are doing outside the country.
mm,
They always come out the best academically. They are the
mm, mm,
best.
mm,
They are making it
mm,
because they have the fundings.
yeah,
So now, Nigeria, the colonial master did us this, they did us that.
mm,
Nigerians are all intelligent minds
mm,
to run out of the country. The what's good is going to remain. It's rubbish that will remain. They tell them to come back. I've had several stories when some of them decide to come, okay, let me go back to my country. And they don't last 2 weeks in Nigeria because bandits and evil men went after them, killed them, shot them.
Yeah.
Many people are built in my village, from Ebonyi State. I am from Ebonyi State,
Yeah.
not married. I'm married to a Delta man. But the truth of the matter is that big houses where you go, and it's known of a lot of villages
Yeah.
in Nigeria that have now turned to cities because the children are all outside the country. In Nigeria, they cannot build those kind of houses.
Yeah.
They build it, but they are scared of coming back home.
Yeah.
Because when they come, there's one example that happened to our neighbor. When this man came back,
Yeah.
well-known doctor, professional, doing so well in the US, came back, he was killed. So what are we saying about Nigeria? Except for the mercy of God, like I said, permits me to say God just has to not when we sit down and allowing the best brains to go out, because those people that remain are people that don't have the money.
Of course.
If you have the money to go, you go out. And nobody's apologizing about it.
Yeah.
Someone was so angry and he shouted it. All I can say in this nation is if you have the means to go, go. And he tell him, man, so what are we saying? Please pardon me if you don't like what I'm saying. For the very rich men in Nigeria, let me tell you what they do. Don't be deceived. They said, I'm not going anywhere, I'm not going anywhere. But they started the process many years ago. Yeah. They have access, they have visas to several countries of the world. Yeah. They can wake up and carry their bag and go anywhere. They are.
So what Mommy has just said is that I want to narrow it to this level. Permit me, we're not discussing politics
I'm not
here.
Debunking your belief.
No. We're not discussing politics here. We're not discussing people here. We're discussing a common problem that we all have as Nigerians. Please, thank you and we are looking for the way forward. Remember, I used to tell us here that please, you are open to contribute your own quota. I mean, that's when you go and you comment. You can comment because we are trying to, like I said, we're not just talking is not just cheap. If we sit down and don't talk, the whole country collapse in our hands. What place do we want to point to our children?
Where do we stand to gain?
Where do we stand to gain? That's why we talk. That's why talking is cheap. You see, the talking that people talk today, people refuse to talk, is what led us to where we are today. You understand what I mean? We're not in Africa. This is not the season whereby we play music. The Africans are known for dancing very well. We know how to shake our waist and dance. But we're not in a state right now in this country whereby music is meant for entertainment. Like what Fela said, he said music is not for entertainment. Music is meant for revolution. What is revolution? Revolution is something that will change a government that doesn't have the interest of the people at heart. So you see, what we're trying to say here right now is that talking is not cheap. About talking, we become volumes, volumes that God will see and use it to answer our cry in this nation. So what are we talking about? I just talked to Mommy right now. She looked at the aspect of the colonial matter. That's the way she looks at it. But let's look at the colonial matter and not to be blamed, like what she said. But I still want to bring it in this way. Even in the Nigeria that we are living today, that's what they call post-colonialism. Or is it neocolonialism they call it? That's to tell you that after. Whether you like it or not, after colonialism, that's post. Whether you like it or not, the white man is still ruling this nation. Do you still believe that? Because why? If you look at it, every government that comes in are submitting themselves to the white man. Do you look at it? Do you see it in that light?
I'm very
with
sorry.
Things that is happening in the country?
I'm just very sorry to.
Because there's so many things that one can review, but one cannot.
I'm very sorry to comment in this. All these things. This we want to dive into right now is not important. Anything that is happening in your nation is what you agree to.
No, that's it.
So our leaders are permitted to that.
Good.
If you want to change it, you change. Concern is that God have mercy on us.
That's true.
If they were white, they didn't force Nigerians to submit to them.
You're right. That's true. You're right.
No white man forced you by force. It's greed that make you submit to them. So whether they are ruling us, whether they are not ruling us, it's not my concern. It's not my interest. My own interest is God have mercy on the individuals in this nation.
Yeah.
When everyone is done with it, should go. Your country, if it's true, carry themselves and submitted to the whites. You should stop blaming the whites. Please pardon me. They never force themselves into your leaders. Your leaders know what they want to gain and they give themselves. So it's either Nigeria is working or Nigeria is dead. Simple. That's all I have to say.
That's true. You are not saying. Now, we'll look at it in this way right now. like I said, my focus here is the Nigerian child. What will you say is the future and of our coming generation of Nigerians with the state of the toxicity of
Nigerians,
this country right now?
Nigerians,
What is the state of our children that are coming?
Nigerians gave birth to the Nigerian children. So what they are passing to their children is simple. And just that's just the truth.
Yeah,
People should say the truth.
that's true.
Nigerians gave birth to their children. Those in Nigeria, in quote, that work smart, in quote, the smart could be negative working.
Yeah.
Just like we are talking about our leaders, there is money. You're talking about there is no money. When you go to their houses, they have money,
That money in
billions,
billions stacked.
inside their house. So, because they've worked the way they feel they should work, they can take their children anywhere. Do you see the children not having future? When they take their children, when they come back and still rule, or they go and become masters all over, wherever, because they give them the best of education. So the only thing I can say to you that don't have it, that you're still striving to make it, please do work wise. You cannot go and spend your money, your time from morning till night working for a government that will give you peanuts. You can't send your child to good school. You cannot take your child to travel out of the country. You cannot take your child to good school where they can get good friends that might help them tomorrow. You sit down with them, use your sense. Someone said, use your sense before they go use them for you. Use your sense. Is there anything you can do to help life better for you and your children? Now the race in Nigeria is individual race, no be rat race anymore. Is it rat race? It's individual race.
That's true. That's
how
true.
you
That's
run
true.
it
Individual
is how
race.
you get it. Of course, there's no rich young guy that wants to go and marry a poor girl that was not well trained, that cannot add to the wealth he already has. Everyone is looking for the intelligent mind. So if you want your child, I'm sorry if I'm saying this. If you want your child to marry well, people deliberately hug themselves out and go join where it's happening, where I can be helped. All of us cannot. You cannot be the chief, the one blind eye man.
Oh yes, that's right.
The king, the one blind man.
The man
one
that
eye
has
man.
the one eye man in the midst
is
of
the
blind.
king in the land of the blind.
That's true.
Who are you? So first me to round up by do whatever you can. If you feel just going to fetch water as a fetch water and they give you peanuts as a means of livelihood is what will take care of your child. You ask about the child, that's your own problem is left for you. You don't need all the money. All you to is a dream inside. Now Nigeria, everybody is going off to markets to go and sell, and which is good because everybody is hungry. But I ask them, that thing you are selling, everybody is selling, will you be able to build you a house? Will you be able to give your child the best of education? If a lot can, a lot of people have supermarkets and but if that peanuts you are selling or pears you are selling is all that you feel, stay there, we give you, or else think, and our good God who gives wisdom will always give wisdom. So I don't want to generalize anything. As a Nigerian, what is the future? The future is in the hands of their individual parents. Simple.
Okay,
I'm different from what you expect.
I understand.
Yeah.
That's you raw. No, but let's look at it in this aspect now. They say when two elephants fight, it's the grass that suffers. So let's look at it from this aspect right now. Somebody some time ago, and he told me there's a news that came up. This one is not a story, I'm telling you, it's a news. They said there's a Nigerian in the UK that had they discovered in his account about $150 trillion.
You should come and give me some.
Mama, I'm finished. I'm not telling you a story. This one happened. They discovered a Nigerian in the UK had about $150 trillion. If you look at that money, Nigerians are rich, individually and collectively. So we can have one Nigerian that can feed the whole of Nigeria. Somebody with that kind of money, 150 trillion. You know what trillion can feed the whole nation.
Can I ask you a question?
No, let me finish, mommy. What I'm trying to say is that can we have individuals that will step up and say how can we build this nation again? Have you ever sat down and think about, apart from the people governments, having a set of people or
individuals if they are touched to do so.
Good.
And another thing is that Nigeria state is not today is not in a condition where there is free, they'll be really allowed to do what they want to do. When they send the money to individuals, they eat it. The government hijack it. So who want to carry their money and come and give?
You made the point. It's true.
Who want to come and carry their money and give? So except they discover goodly NGOs, and a lot of them are hungry. When it comes, they will go and divert it to various places. Well, I'm looking for an opportunity.
Yeah, that's it.
Because God have told me I'm going to be a coordinator to a foreign NGO.
That's right.
So
that's
we
right.
are looking for opportunity. Peradventure you come across this video, I don't know the topic.
Yes.
And you're looking for genuine
The land,
people.
my land of nativity.
The real people you can commit your finances. I am present. Pastor Tina Okonji. I can even give you my number. You can use me and my husband.
Yeah.
I'm very straight. You see me like this.
Yes, yes.
Everyone come be accounted for.
Yes, true.
And that's all because we want to see that we are God-fearing people who want to see the work working. So I want to say to you, please, if you come across this video, God, please let it go viral. The eyes of the people that want their money to be used very well. But I want to tell you, people have wised up. The man that has that money repatriated him. They would have sent him back. He worked hard for his money. He cannot come and give it to some people to come and chop it for nothing. Most of these people, I don't even want to give somebody money that I cannot use well. I have to know where my money. I worked for my money. I have to know where it's going to. I can't be working. I'll give you just come and use it to buy a car, use it to carry one girl, or use it to eat anything. No. Have an opportunity, I'll build a school and put the children. I want to help people come up out to other countries.
Now you are talking.
I want to help them to come over where they can be better for them. If I have trillions of naira, I want to look at someone that really need help in Nigeria and take them over to other countries where they can do better.
Where you can train
because
them.
Here in Nigeria they will suffocate and kill
life.
them. I don't finish. Can I go?
No, wait. And this is Save the Education and Church Foundation. I'm standing Okonji Christopher on behalf of that foundation. We have a TV channel. We call it Save a Child, Preserve Humanity. It's a TV channel whereby we go to the streets to talk to individuals. The way I'm talking to my wife right now, trying to sample her opinion, and you can see that she's so rash and raw. I like people like this. They say it. They themselves. They say it the way it is. So if you see us some other time coming to you, it's to tell you that we want to sample your opinion. Please, if you see something, say something. You get what I'm trying to say. Talking is not cheap. Some people say talking is not cheap. Talking is not. When we talk, we ease our mind, we ease the stress. Because a lot of Nigerians right now are dying of high BP. They are dying because why? They are allowing the problem to accumulate. So one of the places we ease the tension and the stress in the country is talk. But from my own belief, from the way she said her own, I don't see the problem of this country in one side as the government alone. Sorry for me. The way I look at it is so deep. I still see.
I didn't see it as the government alone.
No, me. I'm talking about myself. I'm airing my own. I see the problem of this country that we all are involved in. That's why I call it a tripartite problem. What do I mean? You and I have a cost. Because why? We Nigerians don't accept themselves yet. There's ethnicity, there's tribalism, there is religious bigotry, there's what you have. We don't agree among ourselves. Even when they have answers something, there's something behind of rice, and some of them they promised them bag of rice. They did not see the bag of rice. Fighting people that are fighting this country. Do you see how bad it is? We don't agree among ourselves. That is one problem I see. Secondly, I see again the government also they are not helping matter because they are self-interested in themselves, which is bad. They don't have the interest of the people at heart. The third again I saw was the colonial masters. They are coming the non-help matters, like I keep saying. But I'm talking. That's my own opinion.
So they wouldn't have come.
No, I didn't say they wouldn't have come. What I'm trying to say is that they divided our people, and that is still affecting us today. That's why we don't accept ourselves. That is my own. Like this. We have talked so much. Like right now, we're going to round up. Maybe there's another time again for us to continue this section. But what I want to ask, Ma, is that what do you think is the way forward for Nigeria? What do you think? Like Sonia Okosu sang ago in the 80s, about how many years ago? Which way Nigeria? Nigeria, my beloved country. Which way Nigeria? What do you see as a prophet of God? Let me just put it like this. What do you foresee in all this turbulence and all? You have said it before, but I just wanted to use it to round up again. What do you foresee in Nigeria? Because I've seen, God has shown me, or not shown, we all know it, that in God's calendar and arrangement, Nigeria is supposed to be one of the richest nations on the surface of the earth. But today, by human rating, Nigeria is rated as one of the poorest. That's human calculation and rating. What do you see? How Nigeria, or what the future do you see of Nigeria?
And if I go to that point, and I want to please round up by this, please, is that what do you think the solution to will be?
Yes, and what do you see?
Everyone that has sense should keep asking for the mercy of God. That's all.
That's true.
The only solution, mercy. If my people that are called by my name,
that's right,
shall humble themselves, change from their evil
ways,
repent,
and come back to me.
Come back to me. I will hear their prayers, forgive the sin, and heal their land. Please see, the land of Nigeria needs healing from every sector. The government, the parastatals, everyone needs to ask for the mercy of God. Because Nigeria, I don't know how they start fixing it. The present president and his cabinet came with the mindset that they are going to fix it. They came with their own mind.
They said renew hope.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, I believe they have tried their best. They tried their best in their own understanding, but their best wasn't the whole thing. So this is what I didn't try. Nobody wants to come into government to come and mess it up. Nobody's wicked. Nobody's. But it's just that the demon that have been working against the land of Nigeria,
presently,
which the demon that be working not now. It's not now. It started now. So these people came with their own agenda to fix it. That they instead of relying on God, they are relying on their own ability.
You're right.
And it's failing by the day. Yes, nobody can fix it. Somebody was talking to me, and that's the truth. Even if P2B comes there today, might have it difficult. The only thing that we need is the mercy of God. That's all. No matter how you shout, please, everyone, Nigeria in diaspora, Nigeria in Nigeria, everywhere you are, because Nigeria everywhere, we need the mercy of God. We need the mercy of God. Please cry out for us. We appreciate your fighting. We appreciate your wishes. We appreciate all those that are causing and the leaders and everyone. We appreciate everyone. Those that are blaming the coronavirus, we appreciate. Then can we just all put it down and begin to ask for the mercy of God?
Now you are talking.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me just round up. So that's why you see, I always talk about a new Nigeria of my dream. I believe this present Nigeria has failed us. This present Nigeria has collapsed. This present Nigeria has been taken over. So you always see me herald it. I'm looking for a Nigeria whose maker, builder, and founder is God. So please join me in this, this outlook. Join me in this vision as we look for a new Nigeria. And I'm telling you, God will give us a new Nigeria, because in this present Nigeria, we don't have hope. There's religious bigotry, there's tribalism, there's nepotism, there's ritual killing that is coming. I thank you for being a part of
this.
Please,
those that are tired of prayer, never cease praying, and ask for the mercy of God.
Ask for the mercy of God.
Every other thing is not.
We look for you. Thank you for everyone that have joined. I couldn't call your names. It's so tight here. I couldn't call your names, but I appreciate you for joining this live. I'm telling you, when next again, please make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, and also you share. As you share this message. So thank you for joining us, and God bless you.
Thank you, Jesus.